All right, today we're doing another episode of the Sketchbook Challenge. Although I'm thinking of redoing the name, so we'll see if that changes. But let's see what prompt we got. We got Among Us. Okay,
Hey, thanks for the prompt, Caleb.
let's see. So when I was brainstorming, I thought, why don't I make myself my own little Among Us character? So I started by drawing the top of him. And then I gave him his little stubby legs. And then I was thinking, well, what do I want to do to customize this guy? So obviously, he's got his little helmet, his little legs, his little backpack, of course. But you know, you can add an accessory. So I was like, what kind of accessory would be really fun? So I gave him a cheese hat. Oh, I love it. It's Swiss cheese, so I gotta add little holes. And there's my little Among Us. My little Among Us. Amonger. So I put him in the video game. And then I was thinking, well, I kind of want him to say something. So what would I want him to say? What's like the most obvious thing that an Among Us character would say? And I think you know where I'm going with this. I think you can probably guess, but I'm gonna have my little guy say, "You're sus." I know, it's really original. But he knows who the imposter is. It's pretty obvious. He's seen some things. Obviously, my guy's not the imposter. Then I'm just taking a black marker and I'm just tracing on my lines. Tracing. Honestly, I find this part to be the most satisfying. So satisfying. So I'm just gonna trace all those little lines. Trace my whole little Among Us. I have a very important question for you guys. Do you think Among Us will ever be in Fortnite? But really though, can you imagine if you could play as an Among Us character? And you could customize it just like in the actual game? I would live for that. I mean, they added Skibidi Toilet to Fortnite. I feel like it's like past time for Among Us to make it in. And hey, hear me out. I do know that they added like the little backpack Among Us. Little backpack bling. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the actual Among Us characters in Fortnite themselves. That would be so cool. But anyways, I'm coloring my Among Us. I decided to make them red. I just feel like red is a really classic color. So I couldn't go wrong with that. I thought about doing pink, honestly, because that's my favorite color. But then I was like, that'd be too obvious. That's too obvi. I gotta do something different. I mean, pink is just the diluted version of red. It's just red with a little bit of white. Honestly, it's just it's like pastel red. So I guess I'm kind of cheating by doing red. It's really not that different from pink, but shh. Let's just pretend that it is. Let's just pretend. And then I made his little helmet thing, his little thingy. Made it blue. Classic color. And then I was like, okay, I gotta color his cheese a classic yellow as well. Some yellow Swiss cheese. Yellow Swiss cheese. And I colored the background off camera because I felt like that was going to take 5,000 years. But Among Us. There's my sussy guy. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.